Main screen on. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today I have a very special guest with me. You're free to talk now. You are unmuted. You are unchained, unbound.
I'm out of jail.
Yeah.
All right. I got out of Twitter jail. Okay. We're live. We're doing it.
Yes.
It is I, the runner of the channel SBN3.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking try to refrain from fucking sucking your dick too much, but I really like your content, and I'm glad that we're
No, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it, man.
I got your YouTube page pulled up and everything like that, but like, no, actually, like, I fucking love this guy's channel. He's hilarious. The amount of like professional polish on everything is incredible. Like one of the first, like my I guess channel designer, like the girl Minnie who does all my thumbnails. She did the entire look of my channel and everything. She was like a huge fan of yours. I think she was in the call last time we talked, and she pointed
For last stream, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and she pointed me in the direction of your channel, and yeah, it just kind of took off from there. I think I was watching one of like your kind of fake reviews of like, I think it was like Up or something, where you have like a weird like mental breakdown halfway through. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it took off from there.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's some weird shit. I noticed production value is sort of that's like sort of building its own niche on the channel lately, because there's not a lot of guys on YouTube who try that, because it's very rare that you get a guy who does multiple things, but also it like ends up creating its own semi fan base for all the multiple things.
Yeah.
And so like whether it's the puppet video, like I get people who demand puppet videos, I get people who demand anime dubs, I get people who demand live action things with the girl, I get everything, you know. And so but that's yeah, variety, but that's good. But the thing that grounds all of it is just I guess at the end of the day it's just writing, you know. It's just because everything had a script, everything was scripted. So
yeah, it's a good poll. Like,
you gotta.
Sorry, I think I cut you off.
Discord's killing us here.
No. Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I'd say that I guess you probably get it a lot, but I think that your fandoms are some of like the best I've seen on the site. Again, sucking your dick, but I mean, like, actually, like the fucking Batman Beyond series, the Yu-Gi-Oh, holy fuck, especially the Yu-Gi-Oh. It's stellar.
Did you see Heaven Ain't Hard to Find?
Oh god, did I think I might have. Which one is that? Which one is
the
that?
Feature.
The feature? No.
Fine.
Have I not seen that? What the fuck? Where is that? Send me a link. Dude. Actually, I'm not even kidding. I'm mad that I haven't seen it.
Patreon.
Oh fuck. Well, I'm following you. Okay, I'm donating to you, so maybe I just gotta dig for it. Fuck. Oh my god, that's amazing. I didn't know you. God damn it.
Hold up. Wait, dude, this Discord stuff's killing us. Hold on.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're getting cut. Let's see.
Because
I'm hearing. That's amazing.
Oh no, are you kidding me? We might have to like shut it down and then open it again. At least that is something. Let's take 2 seconds to literally just close out Discord, and we'll just jump back into a call. Sometimes that literally fixes everything. It's just stupid like that. Thanks, Discord.
Do you still have? If it doesn't, do you still have Skype?
Probably. Oh no, that's gonna take forever to fucking pull up. I'm sorry.
Oh no, did the Google Hangouts invite work yet?
No, I didn't get a fucking message or anything. I'm looking at it. Yeah, no.
Got you where it says invite sent. Hold on, let's see. I'm not playing around. I don't play games here. Hold on, wait.
Thanks, Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are like, "That's Discord
right
for you." Fucking Christ. Oh, okay.
Yeah. When is everybody just gonna accept that like Discord's just everything is bad? Like, fucking nothing's good. Nothing's good anymore. There's too many people on the internet.
Yeah. We tried troubleshooting this before the stream actually happened, but like he sent me an invite and I haven't gotten a single notification. Look, fuck it. Well, no, I'm not gonna bring it up because I think that shows like DMs and shit. But like, my Google Hangouts is right here. Like, it's like I can open the browser, but I didn't get any notification. Not on my phone, Nothing. It's man, I love when everything just breaks down. So you're not hearing me, okay? Because I can just.
No, I hear you good now.
Okay, maybe that's.
I hear you good now. It's weird.
If it comes back in a bad way, we'll just like shut it off and turn it back on again. We'll just keep trying with Discord for about as long as we can, I guess. But we'll make the best of it. It's.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so Taste Closed, and I need to put I need to make like a trailer for Taste Closed, like the feature, because it's an hour long. It's a real it's a real feature. It's its own story. It's its own everything. It takes the 5 Conan movies that were dubbed in America.
Yeah.
And it completely it's like you even if you watch all 5 of those movies, you will have no clue what's going to happen in this, because it's a super chop of like all 5. It takes all the scenes, it completely disregards anything of the original content, and it's a fully original story.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
It's again, like, because this is the problem when you get YouTubers making feature-length things, is it just feels like a long YouTube video. With this, I was actually able to have a story with setups and payoffs and subplots and just everything that makes a good script.
It comes full circle. So, it's like an actual film, whereas YouTubers don't understand that shit sometimes. It's like,
yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's an hour. It was released on VHS. There's we have about 8 copies left.
That's amazing. I was gonna ask, because during one of the effects in like one of the reviews you did had to have been filmed in VHS, because it was either that or your effects, your After Effects or whatever the fuck was so convincing. You have this weird like complete glitch breakdown, and I was looking at that, I was like, man, no, that's too authentic. Like, this guy has to be using VHS. So now I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, we do. I do all real hardware. Plugins for bitches. No,
yeah,
we don't. I have a Betacam SP deck next to me. I have in my network of people, we have like 2 AG7350s, which were like the pro VCR that were used in production houses. Canopus cards, just tons of tapes. We take tapes, we put them in hot surfaces or hot environments to fuck up the tape. we do everything to make sure that we have it as authentic as possible.
That is actually, oh man, that is some fucking old school shit. Like, I got my start, like, I'm really mostly known for editing and everything, and that was where I got my start, being like a fucking 11-year-old, just messing around with like 2 VH. My dad would pirate shit from Blockbuster, so he'd get 2 VHS players, and he would just like put it onto the other one. So I'd get a bunch of blank tapes, and I would edit shit. That it was so shitty and analog. I mean, like, it's cool though. It was a great way to like learn from like an early age. I'm glad that I learned off of that, so I can appreciate what we have today.
Were you doing the thing where like you play it into one VCR and press record and press stop on the other?
Yes. Because my understanding of editing and how the tech worked was so limited. I didn't have anything professional at all. It was just two VHS players and 2 blank tapes, or a full tape and a blank tape.
I would go. I mean, right now I'm saying I would go insane from doing that, but like honestly, if it's all I ever knew, I'd probably just go with it because.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say that my whole experience with editing from 11-year-old to me to now is literally just muscling through it. I just kind of mostly self-taught, maybe some tutorials, but like a lot of people have called me out, and then I'm doing everything like the wrong way, but that's the way that I learned. So
what do you do the wrong way?
I mean, like there's shit, like there's even effects in like some of my current YouTube videos where I'm just somebody taught me live on a live stream how to compound clips. I was stacking everything and then exporting it as a video and then throwing it back into the video, and people are like, you can compound. I'm like, what the fuck's a compound clip?
Oh, you're saying where you take a bunch of layers that make a video and then turn that into its own video clip that's concise? You talk about that?
Yeah, where you press one button and it's done. I was exporting that one clip separately and then throwing it back into the video once it was exported. Yeah, it was that bad.
People get mad at me for using Sony Vegas, and
what?
I'm just like, yeah, what?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like people are fucking weird about what you're using and shit.
I guess Premiere. I don't know. Like if you're trying to be Mr. like big editor, you're trying to work in New York City, or you're trying to work in LA. You got to know how to use Avid Media Composer.
Yeah.
Like that's the big shit. And still most of the houses are using that. Premiere's coming behind. It's coming up close. The issue with Sony Vegas is and I find it funny that they update Sony Vegas every year, yet or Magic's Vegas, where I don't give a shit. I find it funny that they update it every year, yet still make no changes.
Yeah.
Where it's never more stable. It never has better rendering outputs. It never has anything. And so I had to modify Sony Vegas to get shit that would be like theater screen ready.
Oh,
it was bullshit.
Yeah, and I mean, I get mad at I've constantly ragged on the fact that the industry standard is like Premiere Pro and shit like that, or is it Premiere Pro? Am I getting that fucking wrong? Or am I an aneurysm? But it's like I've applied for jobs and they recommend that you have to have like several years experience in just one particular editing field, where like I've edited shit that was like feature length on lesser. It's just like I understand it, and I know that it comes down to like the finished polish and sometimes even like the codec that's being put out in, but like I don't understand why a job would recommend that you learn only one particular editing software alone, or else like you're not getting the job or like that. I mean, like, come in with knowledge. It's like it'd be good to know both, but some places will straight up just gatekeep if you just happen to pick a certain editing software.
Keep my software. Yeah, I guess they do that. Because I mean, if you have a workflow that's established for years and years, I guess so. It's I don't know. There's my issue is like we have so many people like and this sort of piracy. And I'm gonna sound like the old man who's mad at everyone, but like this is real. Like a lot of I see all these YouTube videos where it's like these little gimmicky sort of video genres on YouTube, like YouTube poop, for example.
Yeah.
And basically, and you know, it's a cool little remix culture thing, but like we see people saying like, oh, I'm a real editor and YouTube Poop taught me how to do it. Did YouTube Poop teach you how to encode fucking ProRes clips? No, it didn't teach you that at all.
No, it fucking didn't. That's so true.
Did it teach you how to build a RAID array that could handle fucking million terabyte a second clips? No, it didn't. Like, you know, and that's what you need to know to be an editor. To be like a real movie film editor, that's what you need to know.
That's how I learned that's how I learned I was out of my fucking element. It was that like I mean I got my start on YouTube editing fucking gaming channel stuff, and I'm still doing that technically, but like the second I got myself a real camera and went out in the field, I was not fucking prepared for the deep fucking well of shit that I needed to know that I didn't at that time. I thought like you just whatever, just export in H.264. It's fine.
I mean, I was like that as well. Like, I mean, you go back to anything I made in like 2013. I had no fucking clue how to expose. I had no fucking clue how to do any of that. But like, the main thing that I was trying to learn or trying to get practice in was just filmmaking. And you know, it's again, and I get annoyed, and like I'm known as the guy who you know yells at all the movie reviewers. You know, it's or people who've heard of me, they always end up bringing that up at some point, and it's like I'm sorry, like with Ralph the Movie Maker, I've seen 100 reviews where he's upset about someone else's work, and I guess those do okay. That's fine, that's cool. Yeah. But I've seen 5 of his movies; they're all terrible. Like you know, it's like fuck, sorry, like you know, like damn, like, and it's not. And it's not this fucking stupid like gatekeeping of talent. Like, oh, I'm a filmmaker. I fucking did it. I did it a million fucking times, and that's how I got to where like people would like look to me for information or whatever. But it's like, you know, it's just people just expect like them to do like 2 projects, and they think the work is done.
Yeah. I also don't know why people take YouTube reviewers and shit so seriously, as if it's like the absolute like word of God or something over a product, when it's just like, I mean, like I don't even think they're taking this shit very seriously. If they are, they're fucking deluded. Like they're not like creating something amazing. I don't even think people who are writing for the New York Times take what they're doing like that fucking seriously. But I think they're more credible than a fucking YouTube reviewer. Like
because the thing with the New York Times people is that they've been connected in the industry for years and years, so they're actually able to get talks with these filmmakers and people on sets and stuff like that. The YouTube guys rarely do the journalistic integrity thing where they try to talk to people, where they're like, hey, I have a source. Again, sources, like when I see a guy on ESPN talk about, oh, my sources have told me, you know, they're trying to reach out. These guys have 1 million phone numbers in their, you know, phone book, and they're always, you know, reaching out. And so, you know, and I'm seeing that develop a little more. It's a lot more than it used to be because people are taking YouTube more seriously than they were 10 years ago.
Yes.
But it's still not there yet. It's still not there yet.
No, so. it's not. I was literally, there was a stream just the other day where I was talking about this. There's like, or no, sorry, it was a Google Hangout, so no, it wasn't streamed and cataloged in any way. But I was just talking with my patrons, and I was talking about how there's like a gradient scale when it comes to YouTube reviews, and there's certain like there are people who are like every frame of painting, cinema cartographer, where it's like they're doing these deep analysis sort of breakdowns of film and the meaning of film and stuff like that. It's not a review. It is like talking and understanding film and the art medium that is like film. And then at the other end of the spectrum, it's like nostalgia critic. It's like though cinema. No, yes, that's literally what I said. CinemaSins. It's like and then you can find some people that are in the middle where like I don't like, I definitely would consider like people like Ralph the Movie Maker a step up from like CinemaSins a little bit, but like you can't take it. But again, at the end of the day, it's still like can't take it as seriously as something like these deep analysis or like that. It's really just a jokey video where they kind of review the film. They don't even give like a final score. It's really just like, actually, I fucking hate the reviews where they basically run down the entire plot. The video is almost like a replacement for the film. Like, I don't need to see this movie anymore because you literally just went from like one scene to the next. You played me the entire film and just talked over it, essentially, is what your review is.
I'm also dumbfounded by a 40-minute movie review of anything. At that point, just watch the fucking movie.
Yeah.
You know, because again, people are forgetting, and this is why I hate like the whole content creator sort of like thing is like like these fucking guys, like they forgot your purpose as a reviewer is to give promo to this project. Whatever you say, you're giving it promo. And so it's like, why would you put all this time and energy? I mean, again, it's AdSense, ad click, ad revenue, whatever. But it's like past that, like, other than ad revenue, why would you put all this energy into talking about someone else's work when you could be either talking about your own work, talking about someone in your camp's work, or using your platform to shed light onto something that doesn't already have $1 billion pumped into it?
Yeah.
And like behind the scenes, I've talked to you know, a few video essayists, movie guys, and I've told them, I'm like, I've had talks where I'm like, okay, yeah, you're reviewing all these things that have already been backed by Fortune 500 companies. Why not try looking for things that need exposure? And the thing they say every time is, well, if I do things that aren't popular, I'm not going to get views. And so basically, some guys are big enough to, like, you know, where anything they talk about, people are going to follow. But it's again, like we have these guys who are not, you know, too high to reach. I could email any of the YouTube reviewer guys, as could you, as could anyone. But like nobody knows, you know, no one knows Fox's email, no one knows NBC's email, no one knows these people's emails.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but like the thing is, like everyone complains about corporations controlling YouTube when those same people are also making nothing but content that gives the corporations on YouTube more power.
Yeah, they say stop giving these people money, but you're giving them free exposure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's I don't know. It's wild.
No, it's a good fucking point, and I there's a heavy amount of like hypocrisy in it, and I keep thinking like I actually really like I know you're kind of talking shit about like Ralph's movies and stuff like that, like his actual like the stuff he made, but I would rather that he just use whatever money and whatever clout and shit that he's getting from his YouTube reviews and just keep making movies. I think that if he just I would rather he create more movies than what he's doing in terms of like movie reviews. I think it's far more productive. Even if they're shit, I would rather he make that sort of stuff at the end of the day. And ultimately, at the end of the day, he might just improve and actually make like what most people would consider a really good fucking film. I liked his King Candy film for like, for its amateurish quality and stuff. I was like, that's pretty good for a guy his age. And like, yeah, I can't say too much about the rest of his movies or like that. I mean, like, but I would love to just see him. I would love to see the guy improve. That's what I feel at the end of the day. But I feel like he's like, I actually genuinely think that he's wasting his time with like YouTube reviews and shit like that.
Well, no, but here's the thing: his movies aren't making money, and they're really fucking expensive to make.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of a.
And so basically, and this is where the business model fucks up is when you're a dude who has no audience and no nothing. People aren't expecting a big check to come and act for a video to do whatever. So, you know, again, you have to start this journey early. Now that he's this big fucking dude, everybody wants a check from him because they think there's this big money trail.
Oh,
and so that's what slows down his ability to keep pumping shit out.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and that, but again, it's you know, it's a got lemons make lemonade sort of thing where you got to use what you have. But it gets to a point where people are demanding this content, and now it's like his, you know, I assume it's his main living or something like that. It's got to be generating, you know, a few $1,000s a month.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like a trap. Like I get the sense, like I've DM'd him before, like I get the sense that like he really wanted to sort of just do the movie stuff or like that eventually, that this is a jumping off point, but he gets a little bit trapped. Even I'm technically trapped by my YouTube channel. I hope nobody like watching or listening gets offended by that. Like I don't think you're a burden. Like this is nice. I like this. But at the end of the day, it's not ultimately what I want to do with my life. Like I want this to be a jumping off point to get more into film stuff. That's what my goal is. But I also don't want to get fucking trapped.
And I've had you just can't be. It's sort of a right time thing, but also you can't be afraid, and you also have to be confident in the product you're putting out.
Yes.
You also need to be good at the core craft itself. You know, like so you come to me and you know, Manny comes to me, and you know, we're talking, and they're all like, oh, I love the Yu Yu Hakusho, I love Dragon Ball, I love all that. What if I told you when I first started putting those out, everyone told me they were shitty and I should stop doing them?
Yeah.
Because that's what happened. The first like 5 months those were out, people told me, stop doing this isn't funny, fuck you. And now look at it. It's like the biggest fucking thing. Never fucking listen to anyone who doesn't create shit. Never.
That's true. Actually, yes, absolutely. I tell people that a lot. Don't listen to the fucking people that have never made anything for themselves. If you're just a critic, you're not okay. No. You're not even a fucking critic. You're just a fucking nitpicker at that point. You're just somebody on the sidelines. You aren't creating anything. You don't even know what the process is like. Also, thank you, Max Reeves or Neves, for the $2 donation.
Max Neves got the $2 there for you.
Yeah, I'm making the big bucks.
This is what I want. This is what I want on YouTube. I want like a filmmaking contest where everybody gets like everyone gets like $800 and they have to use that to like make a movie, because I know I'm killing everybody in that. That's great. The oh my god, the like fucking. You know what's weird, and this is where production design kind of fucks you over, and we'll segue into cameras soon here. But those emo girl videos, the last 2 ones that I put out there, and I see it's on the screen.
Yes.
So basically, what happened was, and again, this is where it's skill and not the camera, where the Canon 5, all that was shot on a Canon 5D Mark II, and I was trying to do like a found footage sort of thing, like that was the whole thing, and that is a camera from October 2008 or November 2008. That is a 2008 camera.
That's right, it is.
And so I did it, but everyone was like, you know, it looks too good. This looks way too good to be 2008. But it's like, technically, literally none of the gear I had in there was really that expensive, and none of the gear I had in there was new at all. It was all stuff from like the 90s and back.
It's just that so when we see shit, or sorry, I'll let you continue. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Well, just real quick, like. Again, it's just education and production design and exposure. Like you can take fucking garbage and make it look like gold. Yeah. And you know, and so that, you know, that's something that isn't really it's not talked about too much in like YouTube circles. But like lighting is never focused on, and so And my biggest regret with that video is the Kino Flow. There was a 4-foot Kino Flow uses the key light.
Yeah.
I should have bounced that off the ceiling instead of pointing that directly, because I think that would have made the light look more natural.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't something I was thinking about when watching it, but I guess you are right now that I'm kind of looking at it. Even in the thumbnail, it's got the lighting kind of like on display. But I thought it was great, actually. I mean, like, I can see what.
But that's good though. It's good that you didn't notice the cinematography or the lighting or any. It's good that you didn't notice those things.
Yes, that's the point.
Because that means exactly. Because that means that there was a David Mamet book where he said something effective. If you make this big thing and you walk out and the only compliment people are saying are, wow, what craft with the camera movement, what great cinematography, what great visuals. He says that means one thing, and that the script sucked.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's about the story.
But anyway, go ahead.
Oh well, yeah. Like any film, the story is the main point. It's like cinematography is great. All the editing, every polish that we put to it is in service of the story. And if people are just going to talk about the cinematography, actually, like, that makes me a little bit. It almost makes me worried about like 1917. I think I want to see it, but people won't shut up about the cinematography. And of course, yes, it's like a really good cinematographer worked on it. I'm sure it's gorgeous, but I haven't heard shit about the story. I don't even know if the movie's good. People just keep saying it's like, oh, it's gorgeous. It's like, all right. It's like, it makes me hesitant a little bit. It's like, I mean, I'm still gonna watch it.
It was the same thing for me with Dunkirk.
Yeah,
I didn't go see it because we were like, oh, 70 millimeter, or was that? It was like a big, or was it Alexa 65? What was that?
Yes, it was. It was the IMAX camera. Fuck it. Yeah, so I mean, it was that aspect.
That's shit entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that horizontal loading fucking film. That's wild. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit's wild.
Oh my god. Yeah, do you want to segue into camera gear? Because I'm really excited for this, because I don't get to talk to anybody about fucking camera gear, because everyone thinks I'm talking a fucking foreign language when it comes to that.
Well, let me ask this: is there a starting point that you would like to jump from?
Well, I liked what we were just talking about in terms of lighting being one of the most important things, because that's something I really fucking wish that I learned early on. And it's my weakest subject, which is the worst thing a fucking person who wants to become a cinematographer could ever fucking say. But I realized that after all this time that it's really the one thing that I should have focused on the most. It doesn't even matter if I had the best fucking camera in my arsenal. It's literally just like with your emo girl video. It's like the lighting is fucking key. It's everything. And I wish somebody just pulled me aside and said that to me day one. Said like, yeah, just get a shit cam. Like, don't blow your load on a really nice camera. Like, learn lighting. Learn what kinds of lighting are gonna work and how to form and shape it and control it. And then think about cameras. But if you
Or to your point about like people thinking, I'm trying to. I have planned like with the voice actor videos that a lot of people sort of saw. I have that plan with camera sort of things, but more just talking about certain cameras and camera history. And I'm trying to get. I know they're out there. I know people who like cameras are out there. I'm trying to magnetize them to this corner of the internet, or I guess my corner of the I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to magnetize them over here because then I have more people to sell shit off to. By the way, if you need lights, I got a lot of tungsten, so I can sell that off to you for a good price. But anyway,
yes, please. It's you're always messaging like I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you're always messaging me about like camera gear that you're looking to like sell off and stuff like that. And I feel I really do try. I message my friends and stuff like that. I'll fucking tweet about it. I feel kind of useless because unfortunately I don't have a lot of friends that are own equipment or like that. So I don't think that I do a very good job. But also it sucks because I don't have too many people to talk to about film and stuff. I mean, like I talk to them, but it's like I'm talking at them. It's like they don't really understand what I'm saying, but they're really happy that I'm so passionate about something. It's like hearing somebody go off on like on like the intricacies of like the Boo saga during Dragon Ball. It's just like you just kind of nod and smile. It's like, all right. It's like at least you really like what you like. It's like I don't fully understand it, son. But yeah. I say that, but then I don't think I'm a Dragon Ball fan.
I probably know about all the intricacies of the Boo saga now that I think about it. I boycotted Dragon Ball Super for the last 5 years.
Yeah, no, don't watch it. It's bad. It's fucking bad. I've only dipped my toe into it. It's not good. Stick with the movies at least, but like the fucking series is trash. Also, yeah, fuck, I don't want to go on a tangent, but like, no, it's not good. It's dead. It's a dead husk of its former self, and they just keep it going for some fucking reason.
I
Hi,
mean, money's
everybody.
money. You know, you gotta make it.
Oh, true, but
What's it called? What was that? What was it? Back on cameras. What was I gonna say? Shit. Oh yeah, the thing about bad camera. Well, I'd say have a camera with at least manual controls, and you can get a T2i is $100 now.
yeah, that's true.
A body only T2i is $100, and that is about. I mean, that's like $300 less than when I started. So
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. You can get that for the price of that's cheaper than most cameras they have in Best Buy right now. Even the shitty ones. And so but yeah, what I'd say is you know, you get something like that, and then you get lights around it, because I see because like I'll communicate on forums and stuff like that, and I'll see film students who have access to Red Scarlets, and I think Red Scarlet is like the #1 like film student camera.
Yes, yeah.
Or maybe Red Epic Dragon. Or no, Red Scarlet W. That's what a lot of the film students have now.
Yes.
And I'm seeing this shit with poor composition, with not really like that great of framing, not really a mind for sequencing, nothing. But the skin tones and the highlights and the color science, it all looks so good to where it makes it harder to pinpoint what's wrong with the image. And so rather than identifying a pig, you're identifying the pig with the lipstick on it.
Yes, yes.
And so that makes it hard.
No, yeah, no, it's fucking true. And I kind of went back. I was kind of an idiot. I think like well, I kind of am just generally a fucking idiot. But I was like, when it came to camera, like like getting into camera work and stuff, I felt like I did absolutely everything backwards. I'll admit, I'll say that the only positive from that was that it made me feel a lot more humbled by the end of it. But I don't know, it was a lot of wasted time.
Did too.
Yeah,
I probably did too. I spent $1,000 on a Canon 6D before I understood the basics of lighting.
I think maybe a lot of people actually run into that trouble, because also I think that when you look to other people for advice, a lot of them will tell you, or you get you convince yourself that what's proper is to get a good camera, and then you go from there. When it really should be about just getting something serviceable, working on all the other intricacies of like cinematography alone. Let's just limit it to like just cinematography. No audio, no nothing yet. But like, so lighting, and you just like you can get like a decent like a cheap Canon body camera, but then you can get some really nice glass on there, and that takes you so much further. Like I was convinced that, man, you gotta get like the best camera body, but the lenses take it so far. That even
honestly,
that
I don't even know if it's the lens. Like I really just think it might.
They work in tandem. They do work in tandem.
Well, no, I mean, no, lens, absolutely. But what I'd say is like I'll take so I do my whole set, my whole lighting setup, and or like the dating tips for incels video where it's like the 3-tone light on the back and the Kino flow on the front and all that. You could take an iPhone and shoot that. That's still gonna look pretty fucking nice. Like that's gonna look cool. It's gonna look punchy. It's gonna look, because soft light is soft light. No camera can fuck that up. And so it's like or think of it like this. Think of it like all the beautiful sunset photos that have been captured on just fucking iPhones, because the lighting is what we like. Yeah. And a lot of times, it's hard for a camera to completely fuck up good lighting unless it's shooting in 2-bit color and all this other shit. But,
yeah. A lot of people, like their idea of like the camera that they want to get, especially when they're just jumping in, is like they want to get that camera that can handle, like, I've heard low light is one of the biggest sought after things when it comes to cameras, like especially like once we started going digital. It was just like, I want a camera that just handles low light better, because people just wanted to fuck with lights less and less, because I get it, it's tedious and everything, but it's super important. But low light capability, meaning that you can shoot in a vast array of places and not have as much setup, sure, but that doesn't really solve the issue.
Well, it's a mixed bag because, and then this is the other thing that every cinematographer knows, but like literally no one else knows, where people think if you're in a darker area or like kind of a darkish area, you're supposed to up the ISO. If anything, you want that ISO lower, because the lower the ISO, the more shadow detail you have, and when you're in the dark, it's fucking nothing but shadows. So, and also putting the ISO lower forces you to, you know, make the shutter speed slower, so so more light gets in. It forces you to open up the aperture, and what's it called? You know, shooting in all available light, I guess is the phrase. And George Lucas innovated that with American Graffiti.
Yeah.
And if anything, American Graffiti is like people talk about fucking puppets and computer shit with fucking Star Wars. I don't care about any of that. American Graffiti, that was like the first movie that tried indie film lighting, like ever.
Yeah.
And they shot with the aperture wide open on all the car shots, and it was so hard for them to pull focus, to keep it all in focus, that they told you, hey George, we know you're an artist, everything, but you got to cut this shit out, like, you know. So it's you know. But no, he started that, innovated so much in sound design. That did a lot. But let's see. But no, back to cameras. What was it? Low light. Honestly, like low light capability. I guess that's important too. It goes back into I guess how it holds color science at all levels in the IRE or brightness scale or whatever people know it as. But what the fuck else?
I like what
yeah
oh, sorry, go ahead. All I was gonna say was that I guess like if you were buying an ideal camera, like not even a brand or anything like that, like what is one of the most important features to you in terms of like what you'd want to get out of it? Like I was just talking about like low light capability or like that. For me, I think it's the color codec and like how accurate it is. I think that goes, and whether or not it can shoot at a high bit rate.
Look, as someone who's recently delved into Arri Alexa and Red and all of these things, it's gotten to the point where battery life and storage are the most important things to me.
Yeah, good, good.
It comes full circle. I mean, here's like, are other things important too? Yeah, sure. I guess outside of those things, outside of functionality things, what I'd say is when overexposed. I think that's the most important thing to me. What do the skin tones look like when it's a little too bright? And I actually I don't know if I linked this out a couple places, but there was a Red Shark cinematography publication. They interviewed me on what it was like to shoot with the Arri Alexa.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, Arri Alexa is that's like the premier movie camera. 90% of movies that are digitally shot are shot on that camera. And I got it for like real fucking cheap, like nothing.
Shit.
And well, not. I mean, it was like $6,000, but like, you know,
yeah. But in comparison, like comparatively, like what it would cost off the shelf, like fresh. Yeah, it's that's a good price.
Oh yeah, it's 100. That package brand new was $150,000.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's a bargain.
But what's it called? So I'm getting this camera and it's like the greatest skin tones. This is another big thing. The colors, like I always shine the big colorful lights. The colors don't peak on the skin. They don't clip into the giant red or blue blotches. Yeah. It's just like it looks like, you know, it looks like real life. You want it to look like light. You know what I mean?
Get as close to the human eye as possible.
Yeah. Arri does some fuck shit. Arri does some bullshit with their shit where it looks way better than real life.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, like our eyes are fundamentally fucking broken in some ways, but like I'm just saying, like, but you want to try to get it as close to. I mean, like even exaggerated real life. It's just like you don't want it to look like too fucked up or too digital or anything like that or too film.
Yeah. No, I mean you're right. Wait, is it dropping again?
No, I can hear you. I think okay, I prefer. Right. I think I personally prefer the Arri over the Red. I don't think that's gonna rattle anybody's cage. I think that's the most safe take imaginable. That I'm like,
this is Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Like Red is like the one even non-camera people have heard of. Or like producers have heard of Red, like guys who are like trying to make a music video or whatever. They've all heard of Red cameras.
Yes.
And what I'd say is that for anyone who's ever wondered what shooting with a red camera is like, it's literally a laptop from 2006 with a lens on it. That's what it feels like. Sticky casing in some places, metal casing in others. It's just, and it's like really compact. It's attempting to be really compact. It overheats like hell, has a loud ass fan, burns your hands if it's like been running for too long. It's a laptop from 2006. That's what it is, with a lens on it. And it makes a great image, but that's about it.
I've heard that the battery especially is one of the most unreliable fucking batteries. Even like buying the official Red battery won't fucking save you either. It's like the one that it comes packaged with. I've heard nothing but horror stories from like people in the industry that I know, and that like there's very few, but even from like YouTubers that are doing YouTubers and other people that work in like at production companies, and even if they're filming stuff like Corridor Digital, they almost exclusively use Reds, but they go like, oh, we love these cameras and stuff like that, but like, fuck, man, there's behind the scenes footage of like them having to shut down a day's production because the batteries just decide not to work. They're like, nah, well. It's like there's nothing they could do to make them work.
And volts, they brick quite often. A Red Volt is only going to give you, in a DSMC 1 or 2 camera, a Red Volt's only going to give you like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
8-hour shoot. I need 16 of these goddamn things. Like, you know, like Jesus Christ. And you know, you're supposed to rig it with the bigger, better batteries and all that. But I'm just sitting here like, I thought your whole thing was, oh, making the camera small, like fucking, so now I gotta make it big again. So it's a mixed bag. But again, it's all dependent on what you need. Like, so another camera I was shooting was Sony F900. And so that, you know, I'm selling that too if anybody wants that. But
oh, nice shit.
What's it called? So I'm shooting with that, and the problem is that you have to put a monitor on top, and you have to HD SDI, which is like HDMI but professional. You have to loop that wire out to the recording monitor, and it's just a pain in the ass. Like, it's just like, I don't want to do this. And so, but this is the problem. So that's a camera from 1999. You can get that for maybe $1,500, something like that.
Yeah. The
counterpart for that camera is like fucking on the market right now. The counterpart for that camera is like $8,000. The counterpart that has internal recording. I've left that part out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So just to record internally, just to avoid that monitor wire process, that is a $6,000 difference.
Fun.
The big issue is that these broadcast houses, because that's who gets them, broadcast houses, rental houses, broadcast companies, they buy these cameras for $100,000, $150,000 when they first come out, and they get obsolete because they're only 1080p cameras. That's it. And they start going obsolete, and they're falling for sunk cost. They think that they think that the premium is somehow higher because they paid more for it back in 2008 or 2009 or whatever.
Yeah.
And so this is a big thing that's slowing down independent filmmaking, where there's people who are trying to uphold values of cameras that literally nobody's fucking heard of or wants. And they're just trying to make it, you know, they're just fucking around with people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and there's that you're constantly chasing the. If you're an indie filmmaker, you're constantly chasing the dragon in terms of like what's the best camera, and I mean, of course, like the thing to do is just like to rent something. Like I'm one of those people that bought my camera like outright, and I bought everything because I want to spend time and learn with it and stuff. Like maybe that probably doesn't make sense for some people, but it makes sense for me in the sense that I need a tool constantly around me to work with. I would hate to constantly have to run to somebody to rent whatever camera that I'm using. I want to get intimate with it. I want to the amount of time I bought a GH5, and the amount of time I've sunk into just fiddling with the settings and getting it just right is like, but it's invaluable. It's like, and I wouldn't be able to do that. I can't imagine not getting like incredibly intimate with a particular camera before shooting a major production with it. Like, I can't imagine showing up to a production and somebody just hands me a red. I'm like, well, I've never worked with one of these before, and I just sort of wing it. Like, I want to know the fucking absolute ins and outs. Like, I want to be like married to this thing, you know? It's like, in a sense, that's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, because that's how you yield the kind of the best result. I mean, like, some cameras really are just like straight, like they're just really set up so user friendly that it is pretty much just point and shoot. Like, there's nothing to like really hone and learn. But
the big thing I'm waiting for, and this is another thing, is the problem with Canon cameras is again, the DSLRs, they were cutting edge in 2009.
Yes.
And they have not changed that design, and these are the most obsolete fucking cameras now, and they're still releasing them without major updates.
Yeah.
Where basically it was H.264 codec, which is, you know, like, that's like a viewer friendly codec, but it's not really like a good post-production codec.
No, it's not.
So they started that in 2008. They're still doing that exact same codec in 2020 with every single camera. Yeah. Every camera, every DSLR that Canon puts out is still that, because the Canon T4i or T3i or T5i or if you're European, 650D, 600D, you know, what's it called? Like, those cameras, there's some of the, like, with the swivel screen and the nice, like, convenient, like, common media. It's just an SD card, and the battery life is pretty good, and the batteries are cheap, and the button layout is great, and you know, the sensor is Super 35 or APS-C, or it's kind of like that size. And it's just great, and it's a common ass lens mount. Everybody makes everything for EF. And it would be this perfect fucking camera if it would just record something bigger than H.264, and it could get a little more dynamic range out of the sensor.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I'm trying to think. Let me look up how many stops the 5D Mark II is. Mark II dynamic range. Yeah, according to this, it's 14.7 stops.
Oh shit.
But yeah, but like, the thing is that when shooting in JPEG or shooting in the video, it clips that to like less than half. Oh wait, no, actually, it clips it to about half. It clips it to half. And so, you know, but another genius thing that these fucking cameras did when they first came out, and why so many people fuck with them, is most cameras, when you want to shoot in 2K or use a part of the like just less of the sensor, or you want a less resolution than what the sensor is.
Yeah.
So like a 5D or just any fucking D. I mean, you've owned a DSLR, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you take a still, it's like 6,000 by a billion or whatever the fuck it is. It's like this amazing amount of pixels. But then you take a video 1920 by 1080. And so what the average camera does is, to get that lower resolution, to be able to capture that, it crops in the sensor. So you're only getting this tiny little piece of this already small sensor. And it's just like, it's not as impressive. It doesn't look as good. It's more noisy because now you're blowing up the imager to, you know, that file size. But what's it called? This is the genius thing that Canon did. And I had a post about this on Twitter. Instead of cropping in, what they would do is they would scan every other line in the sensor, and they'd squish that together. And then that was the image. So it would still maintain that giant sensor feel.
That's really good, because you're getting less noise and fucking distortion.
Yeah, well, the big drawback was it created an immensely bad Jello shutter.
Oh.
Or like, you know what that is, like where you move side to side and it wiggles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yeah. What do they call that? It's like shutter, rolling shutter or some shit. Yeah, it's just you get that wiggle.
Rolling shutter, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, because it's scanning every line, it's scanning all the lines real fast. It's not doing a global capture. And so, but still, like, that fucking, there's so many cameras that aren't doing that. And that's kind of annoying.
I like the camera that I shoot with right now, like for any of my production stuff, and this is like I was like, So it's not an entry level cinema camera really. It's like it's the amateur like practice camera in my eyes. But like I do love this camera. It has a lot of faults, but like I think it's still kind of like a powerhouse for what it is.
GH5?
Yeah, the GH5. There's settings on it where you can use the entirety of, like, it may be micro four thirds, but you can use the full sensor for shooting. It's 6K. It does make the image like something like 4:3. But you can still like you can do a lot with that, where you can like crop in and kind of like do some weird kind of like pan and scan shit in After Effects or like that. Like also I have a Metabone speed booster. Sorry?
With the GH5, does it, how do I ask this? Does it do this thing where or does, like, if you're trying to shoot in 1080, does it scan the whole sensor and downsize, or does it crop in?
1080? I'm pretty sure it crops, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look good in 1080p. I've tried shooting shit because you can only shoot in slow motion, or it's something like 180 frames per second in 1080p. It's cool that it's slow motion, but it looks like trash.
This is the big problem, is that like 4K, okay, yeah, like I do it and just like, you know, render in a lower format. The problem is that like these 4K files are like so fucking big that my hard disk drives don't have the speed to play them back.
Yeah. Because
the data rate will be 200 megabytes a second. A hard disk only reads back in 140.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna look up real quick. I have a RAID calculator out, but I'm also gonna look up like 2 terabyte SSDs and see how much those are now.
They've gotten cheaper.
Anyway, but go ahead.
But I was gonna say that the two modes that I shoot in usually with the GH5, like, it's actually cool. It does shoot at it's not technically 6K. It's actually like 5.6 or like that, but they just called it 6K to kind of round it off, which is it's a lie, but I mean, like, it's something. But yeah,
yeah.
But it's good. Like it like you're taking full advantage of the entire sensor, and that's probably the camera at its absolute peak. And the output codec is H.265, the kind of newer one. It's like the file sizes are fucking huge and it's annoying, but it does look pretty crispy, all things considered. So it's like like, that's why I recommend it to like all the people that watch me if they want to get into cameras and stuff like that. It's either that or the Sony A7S or one of those, because it's just as good, if not better, in certain fields or like that. If that's like the camera you want to get trained on, like if you want to understand color correction,
does GH5 have flip screen?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, no, it's way better than fucking A7S. Are you kidding me? Like, it records the internal 422, right?
Yes.
10-bit 422. Yeah. Is it 10-bit or 8-bit?
Oh no, sorry. 10-bit. Yes, 10-bit.
I can look it up if you want.
No, it is 10-bit. I had to. Well, it shoots in 8-bit almost everything else, but there are settings. You just can't shoot anything faster than 30 frames per second 10-bit. Although I got a Metabones, or no, sorry, not a Metabones. What do you call it? Oh, why am I forgetting the fucking name of it? It's an external monitor. Atomos, that's it. I got an Atomos Ninja V, so I can record 60 frames per second, 10-bit 4K, but only with that monitor attached.
And that's not worth it. But that's just because I hate.
It's not worth it for most people. I spent the money, but I don't recommend people spend that kind of money. I'm just extra like that. because well, no, it's not like from a price perspective. It's from a, like, the whole point of those cameras is to be run and gun, but then you put the monitor on top of it, it kind of loses some of that. Yeah, it does. It's not a big monitor, but it still is a little cumbersome. Because now you have two things that are being connected by some little hot shoe or some like little flinky, dinky fucking thing. Yeah. And so, and like that's, and now you have a wire that you have to rely on, and if that wire gets bumped, you drop signal, and that'll fucking piss you off in the field. Because I've experienced that enough with the fucking Sony F900. Well, to be fair, I had sort of a damaged Atomos for a while where the HD SDI was wiggly. Oh yeah. Like the port was wiggly. Oh fuck. And I had it for like 4 years, but I sold it on eBay and I said like, hey, this isn't in the best condition. Somebody gave me about, I think I got like 160 for it.
something like that. Got $160 for it, but yeah, I had to get rid of it to encourage myself to just fucking hurry up and upgrade a goddamn monitor. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's see.
Tom 5000 saying that 2 terabyte SSDs are pretty cheap. I don't know what that converts to in pounds. Yeah.
That it's euros?
Yeah, he's saying it like €60.
Oh, maybe $80, $90.
Yeah, it's got like so Canadian that would be like just over $100 or something.
Let's see how close I got it. So euro to USD. He said 60 euros?
Yep, 60. Thank you for the comment, but sorry.
Oh, the euro took a big hit. That's only $66.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about the current state of the world.
I remember when the fucking euro was like $1 billion, and now it's nothing. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
I remember when the euro was like the best shit in the world.
Yeah, I man, I remember like because I've had to pay I had to pay people like commission work and stuff like that. And they're from the UK, and they'd name me a price or like that, and I forgot. It's like, oh yeah, okay, it's a euro. Well, there'll be a slight transfer like that, and I realized just like how weak the fucking Canadian dollar is, and I'm just like, oh god, it's like literally double what they asked for. But that's my mistake. Oh, you didn't mean SSD? Oh yeah, I know what you meant. Sorry, I read it as SSD just because you wrote it, but I think we knew what you meant. And by the way, sorry guys if I'm not like reading comments as often. It's just that this is a setup. So shut up, you know. Mommy and Daddy are talking.
Yeah. Get in the call if you want to talk. That's what I do with summer radio. Like I turn off the chat. I'm like, you want to talk? You fucking get in here like a man. Like you don't fuck around with no tech. You know.
I might just actually bring in Tom and somebody. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes. Sorry.
Wait. Everyone's confused.
I'm just saying. Continue because I think I cut you off again. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's the internet's. Anyway, let's see. I'm looking at solid state drives right now. No, these are fucking like $200.
Oh shit.
For a 2 terabyte SSD, that's like 200. I'm seeing.
Oh fuck.
Service where you can. Is there a service where you can like go to Staples and how do I ask this? Go to Staples and they just transfer all the data off one drive to another? Because I have a bunch of like not OS drives but like data drives that I have to move a bunch of shit to and from.
Yeah. I don't know of that kind of service. I mean, I've been doing it myself. Shit. I have like one like
I don't.
Go ahead.
Process of like putting it in my computer, and then I have to plug everything up. Then I open up the OS. Then I switch it. Then I take them back out. Like I don't want to deal with all that. I just want to pay someone $20 to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Computer people right now are like, why would you go to Staples? Like, dude, fuck off. I'll do what I want. Like I know how to do it. I just don't feel like it. Okay, like fuck off.
It's a lot of a lot of fucking downtime. It's a stupid amount of downtime. Like the time, like even just for my like my fucking like gaming channel shit. I'll take like a stream. I'm taking like the HD footage, grafting it onto like with the audio, and then exporting that shit and then uploading it. It takes fucking hours, and even though I'm doing it in the background, it's so tedious though. I wish somebody could just do it for me. I wish I could just pay somebody to like transfer all this shit in the meantime. It doesn't just magically do it itself, and in the render times too. It's fucking forever.
Yeah, right. Hold on. Max sequential read 560 megabytes per second. No fucking way. This is what's it called? I'm looking at a isn't Western Digital blue? Isn't the blue one like the shittiest one?
Oh god, I'm not familiar. The blue one?
Yeah, Western Digital blue, and Western Digital has black and red and all those other, and purple and bitch and all. Yeah, Western Digital next year is gonna have a pride flag WD drive. Gonna be good.
Yeah, I think I heard that though. You're not the first person I've heard say that, but I just don't personally know. But it's so you might be right though, because you're not the first person I've heard that from. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you were saying pounds, not euro. Sorry, Tom.
Who's pounds? Oh, let's see. Yeah. So if it's pounds, let's put that graph to Great Britain pounds. Pound. Is it what do they call it? United Kingdom pounds, or do they call it Great Britain pounds?
I think it's Great Britain. God, I'm speaking on behalf of like Tom and everybody right now.
Some fucking country that's not as good as America. Let me tell you. Let me fucking tell you.
I'm from one.
Yeah, Canada. That's right. Yeah. How would I sell you lights? Or do you have like a Connect that can Are you on the border of Canada, or like are you like far in?
In Vancouver. So literally, I mean, like, it's the most American city in all of Canada, essentially, apart from like Toronto, maybe.
No, that's Toronto.
Yeah, actually,
Toronto's way more American.
Like, Vancouver's the like LA of Canada, except for the people are nicer. They're still shit. It's just they're nicer apparently.
Yeah.
No, I think if you sold me a light, it'd be or like anything. I think it'd be fine. There's especially with cameras.
Shipping costs is how they kill you. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you pay shipping, go for it, man.
I mean, yeah, I gotta pay shipping on everything. Like, I buy from B&H Photo and stuff like that, and yeah, like it's definitely gonna be quite an extra cost or like that. But I just kind of expect it at this point. It's like, it is what it is.
No, if you get like 3 lights, I'll cut you a deal, no problem. Yeah, no.
Okay.
They'd be tungsten lights, so literally you just bounce them off a wall and you have like this amazingly soft light, like automatically.
That's cool. Fuck, I'm actually kind of excited. I'm gonna like, I know that like, kind of. I don't know if you heard about this, but there's this kind of like crisis going on, and like money might be tight for people, but I'm actually hoarding my money like a goddamn dragon right now, and but I wouldn't be unwilling to sort of like. I want more equipment. I'm probably gonna try and priorities like living expenses or like that, but as soon as this shit blows over, I'm just gonna be nothing but jumping back into the world of spending on equipment again, because I can't wait. Fucking addict.
The lights are only
lights,
it's only like
especially.
for a fleet of tungstens is only like a few $100s, if that. Like, it's nothing.
That's true.
Like,
you're right. No, yeah, it's and that's the next thing on my list of shit to get. I've got the camera, I've got I think everything that I need. I think lights and mics are the only thing. Like, I have one good shotgun mic, but I want to get an extra.
Wait. What's a good shotgun mic? Oh, what mic is that?
Okay. Sorry. When I say good, I'm gonna have to pull back a little bit on that, because it's a Rode NTG4 or something like that. It's not industry standard. I know it's like good for YouTube. It's not good for like an actual final production or something like that. The shit that I'm buying.
Really
I want to put.
I don't like Rode even when it's like industry, like, oh, we're Rode, we're gonna spend $1,000, we're gonna charge $1,000. Even when they charge $1,000, their mics aren't good. Like, I hate Rode.
Yeah, this mic is like I think it was $400 Canadian, so that's probably like 300 US or something. But yeah, it's what it is. It's just like I just needed a decent. I think the reason why I picked this one is that it has a built-in battery that lasts like for fucking ever. So, because I just don't want it zapping the energy on my fucking camera. Like, camera battery's okay, but it's already draining energy from like the XLR input alone, and I don't want it to drain from the camera or the mic as well. I just don't want it to drain from too many fucking places. Like, one's enough. Like, the fact that it's powering the camera and the XLR converter is too much, in my opinion. It's like already. So if it's either that or get an external battery, like a V mount or something. But that's so much extra weight. If I want to go run and gun, I want something like the fact that this mic has its own battery and its sound quality is decent at best. Then that's enough for me. I'll get a better mic in the future.
Right. No, I'm looking up RAID arrays because that's basically a lot of, I mean, solid states might have gotten better in the last 5 years, but when I was first learning about what editors use, because when I was first learning about what editors use to edit films, it's never solid states because of the read write. It's like it's a finite sort of like they fail quicker if you're like really pushing them, and it could have gotten better. But basically, they'll take a bunch of cheap-ass 5,400 RPM drives and stuff them in this giant fucking RAID array, and they have like terabyte per second read speed and all this other shit. It's like awesome. So I'm trying to figure out how to get like an external little RAID thing.
Yeah,
because that'd be cool.
Is it cool if I play your videos kind of on mute in the background? Because I'm trying to just get like something visually going on, so just like hanging on your channel.
Yeah, play the first emo girl video so people can see what the lights look like and all that.
Yeah, as an example, I think it's better that like, we have something kind of dynamic going on in the background, because it's rare that I ever sort of like feature somebody, want to kind of prop up their work or like that. So I'd rather kind of have some like a showcase instead of just staring at your homepage.
Yeah, no. That's in 30 frames per second. I forgot. Yeah, no, I wanted that in 30 because 30 looks less good than 24 when it comes to like if you're trying to get an amateur look. It's more like TV than it is film.
Yeah, and a lot of those DSLRs just come with like it's just like 30 is standard. If you just fucking turn it on and start recording, it's gonna be in 30, so it makes sense.
But no, the thing that I hate about like the thing I'm really upset about with that is so there's that wall behind with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Popeyes poster.
Yeah.
And this is like the more you learn how to light, the more you learn why things are done in giant sound stages, because I wanted that light far more behind the head as opposed to like kissing the side of the face like that, because it sort of renders some ugly shadows in certain areas. And so and, you know, actresses are always insecure and anyway, so but what's it called, I just wanted it hitting the hair. I didn't want it to hit the face at all, but
yeah, you wanted hair light.
Yeah, but what's it called, I couldn't get it far back enough, and I couldn't, you know, if I put it right in the background you would have saw the stand.
Yeah,
so you know, it's a bunch of bullshit. Oh my god. Also, I hate YouTube. I fucking hate YouTube because they always clip my highlights and clip my shadows.
Yes!
And I worked so fucking hard at that. And yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking terrible, like, Vimeo is a little bit better, but nobody fucking watches Vimeo. It's a shithole.
I know. It's I try to encourage my audience that when I'm actually doing like cinematography, little film work, and by the way, when I say cinematography, like my videos end up just being like B-roll with music and shit like that. But like, I try to steer them towards my Vimeo account, but no one's watching it. It gets like, I'm not even kidding, like 2 fucking views after I've linked it on every single social media that I have. It's like 2 views. It's like, all right. It's like, nobody's gonna watch them.
And that's my point about fucking net neutrality and how it ended 10 years ago, so I don't give a fuck if they do some shit like now. Because it's like, because again, like you tried linking on Vimeo, nobody clicked on it because people only trust the same 5 websites. If it's not on YouTube, if it's not on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or even Facebook, is people are like, fuck that. But like, you know, it's those like 4 or 5 websites, and if it's not on that, no one fucks with it.
No, it's a shame. Because like, especially YouTube needs a competition because it's a fucking shit site, and they're never really gonna adjust or change for the better unless they're challenged in some way. I hate the site. It's terrible.
The guys in the chat are saying that you have a lot of content on Vimeo. Would you like a film critique on the Vimeo page for entertainment for your audience?
Oh god, I'm gonna get fucking embarrassed live because it's gonna be not good. But yeah, okay. I mean, if you want, do you want me to link it?
All right, sure.
Okay.
You don't have to, but
hey, if you check, honestly, I would rather, at the end of the day, if even if you rip into it, like that's okay, because at least it would be like I like your opinion. I'd rather hear it. I almost expect to hear something bad, but maybe that's me and my insecurities.
Well, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, no. Because you gotta remember, like, I'm doing these workshops. Do you think people take these workshops and I'm yelling at them and calling them fucking idiots? Like, you know, like I wouldn't get repeat customers if I was doing that. Like,
it's true.
I'm not, you know. People think I'm like fucking Gordon Ramsay because I made some videos where I made some snarky jokes while teaching people things. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to entertain. I'm trying to get an audience here, but like, you know, it's anyway. Yeah, let's see.
Okay,
see if you have a link, if you have whatever,
I'll send you.
Put it in the.
And I'll put it in the chat.
The Vimeo chat.
Yeah.
Or should I look at it on the stream? Or no, the stream is too slow. Never mind.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Mark English. Okay.
Okay. Actually, why didn't I just
fucking
put it up? Yeah. So here's the total thing. Yeah. It's literally mostly just B-roll and some other shit. It's mostly like either just trying to show off like my color grading or like I don't know, just shot composition shit.
Exposure.
Yeah. It's the best I can do
let me-
because also finding a subject is really fucking hard, and I don't know a lot of people in the city. I like kind of moved here just knowing like 2 people, and like none of them are like into film or anything. So I don't know. This is like the film capital, apart from Toronto. It's
no. You said you moved to Vancouver. Where were you originally from? In America? or?
No. Still, I've always been Canadian. I was Alberta, Calgary. So it's like
I know so many people from Alberta. Like everybody I know in film is from Alberta for some fucking reason. It's wild.
Yeah, actually, well, because like the
Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah, Calgary.
The first guy who ever gave me like a job, like working on cinema anything, he was Turner Stewart. He was a guy from Calgary, Alberta. He went to the Vancouver Film University, whatever the fuck it was.
One of them. It's Emily Carr or like UBC or.
Which one do you want me to watch?
God, let's check out the newest one, Victoria. That was the one that I just did, and unfortunately, I guess this one isn't technically color graded. In fact, the video is mostly color graded, but then I decided to do it monochrome instead. Or actually, wait, no. Let's start off with the coffee color grade because it's short, it's sweet, it's like 40 seconds long, and give me sort of like your.
Is the
thoughts
camera
on
moving?
I think so. It's maybe. Is it?
Cup of coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
Color graded and color finale. Use DaVinci, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I downloaded some plugin.
Easy. That's why I like DaVinci. It gives me like all these little controls. Oh, it also gives you the Instagram filter where it takes out the mid detail, so everybody looks like a little cherubic angel or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that feature when I was working with the girl on the incel tip. So like, and then I figured it out, and she was like mad at me because like her acne was showing through her makeup and all this shit. Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude, fucking models are ridiculous. I hate them. Let's see. So I'm watching this.
Super simple. I think it was the first thing I filmed on the GH5, and I went back to color graded again.
Is that noise or is that the reflection in the cup?
That might be noise.
Oh, no, that's some noise there.
Yeah.
That's some noise. So let me ask this: what ISO are you shooting in?
Oh god, I was probably this is like early on, so I probably was shooting at like 3200, which is a huge no. You're supposed to shoot lower than that.
There you go. Well, that's the first critique.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I mean, this looks, I guess, fine.
This video especially is just really about like the color. Like, we'll look at the other ones until.
If this was on YouTube, I wouldn't have been able to notice that noise.
Yeah.
That's another thing to be mentioned.
Yeah, fucking YouTube does that. Fortunately and unfortunately.
I wanted all the noise that the 5D had. You know, like it's no, those old DSLRs are real noisy.
Yeah.
And I wanted that noise to show through, to like show it was shitty. And YouTube made it look like a perfect film.
Yeah.
So thank you, YouTube.
Thanks for just blurring all that fucking like throwing any film grain on anything. Like, good fucking luck if you're gonna upload it to YouTube. Like, you're not gonna see any of that. Like, even if if the whole point of it, like, if you're trying to do one of those fucking like shot on 16mm sort of like fucking artsy black and white, you're basically just trying to like, I don't know, like like if you're trying to emulate one of those that age of filmmaking, good fucking luck if you're adding like film grain or something. You're trying to emulate that look, unless it's the noisiest, grainiest shit ever, because YouTube's just gonna destroy it. It's like it's non-existent now, so you just wasted your fucking time.
YouTube will make it like lose resolution. It'll make it lose resolution to a point. It's strange.
Yeah, I get floating little blocks and shit. Like, the distortion's fucked.
So I'm looking at this Starbucks coffee video, and I mean, I guess the color's fine. It's here's the thing: is like, you can't judge much with simple subjects.
Exactly. I wish I had better subjects.
That's what I'd say. I mean, I could look at some other stuff. You might have some more motion in some. I guess the color looks fine. It almost to an extent looks like a film grain was put on it, just because I didn't expect a camera so new to be exhibiting that.
Oh yeah,
but I mean,
there was.
I mean, the blocking here seems I mean, the blocking here seems okay. It's not like terrible. Because that's what you get a lot. You get a lot of guys trying to shoot little close up like things like this, and it's just a boring fucking angle, and who cares? But let's see here. Did that guy just put an H in DaVinci?
In the chat?
Yeah, some guy just spelled.
Yes.
I can't believe it. Okay.
DaVinci.
Anyway. You said he was British?
Yes. Yeah.
British people act like they're so goddamn smart. Sorry, that was racist. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Do you want to watch the Victoria next or something? That one's 2 minutes and 20.
I want to watch someone color. I can watch Victoria. Fuck it. Let me do it.
All right, let's jump through that then.
I don't know if that guy's gonna get mad at me, but I don't. I just say things.
No. I'm sure he's not. Fuck, I'm Canadian. I'm used to people talking shit about me. People need to get a stiff upper lip.
It's not even fun to make fun of Canadians though, because Canadians take it. You know what I mean? It's It's funnier to make fun of people who are like proud about it.
Yeah.
Hold on. You're fucking. Hold on. This video isn't playing.
What? Really?
See, this is why nobody uses fucking Victoria ain't playing. Wait, hold on. Oh, I'm not allowed to skip past the title. Okay.
Oh.
Because it was a black screen for like 5 or 6 seconds. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Victoria. Okay, so I see the title.
Again, it's like this was going to Victoria.
That's slow-mo?
Yes. This is 60 frames per second. Some of it, actually, it goes back and forth from 24 to 60 frames, some of it. But it's mostly shot in slow motion.
So, like 120?
The slower shots are 60 frames, slowed 40%, and then the regular shots are 24 frames per second.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on the color grade because a lot of it was color graded and it looked fucking great, but it was taking too long, and I decided. And then I fucked with one
shutter speed.
Shutter speed. It's probably 120 for the slower shots.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because on some of them it looks like the shutter speed is a little too slow.
Yeah.
For like I would say on the waves there are at let's see here, at 53 seconds. I'd say the waves need to look a little bit crisper there.
Okay, let's see.
Because it feels like there's a loss of resolution.
Loss of detail.
Not to say that there would.
Oh, yeah. You pause the video and it looks like mush.
It's just a shutter speed thing.
Okay, good.
Other than that, I mean, the black levels seem to be good. I'm looking for clipping. That's the big thing you gotta look for. Is it clipping?
Yeah.
Clipped highlights. I mean, like speculars can clip. Fuck them. Whatever. Yeah. They can do what they want.
The difference between the this video and the last one was this was shot in 10-bit, whereas the coffee thing was shot in like 8-bit or something. I don't know if that. I mean, like. I know people say that it doesn't make a difference, or at least I would say, oh, I can't spot the difference, but like, if you look close enough, you can. If you blow something up, you can.
When you shot this, was it a foggy day?
Yes. Well, it's actually a mix. Why?
I was able to figure that out because I'm looking at the streetlights in the background of the kid with the violin, and there is an ambient glow coming from that, and that only happens when you either have a diffuser or have fog.
It was, you know what? It was actually both. It was both. I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, I did have it's what diffuser did I have? Or it's
I show off to your audience to show them that I have a very good eye for this. All right, let's.
Yeah. No. I'm glad you spotted that. That's fucking wicked. Because yeah, if you actually, I'll blow it up so everybody can see it proper. But yeah, let's playing this. If you look at the lights, they have like this almost like heavenly sort of like foggy glow that like sticks to it. Yeah, no, that's and I think also with the shot of Parliament, the Parliament building, all these lights, all these street lights and stuff like that, they just have this kind of like, you can see the light surrounding it. It's not just the light itself. And yeah, you're right. I used a diffuser, and it was an incredibly foggy day, especially with the Parliament building shot. Like, it's just gray, one tone sky.
I'm definitely seeing the ambient right there. I'm seeing that guy. Wait, hold on.
You can see the glow like all over here. It's not just limited to the
See,
light.
this is the problem. This is the problem with critiquing black and white, though. Is a big thing is checking exposure, and a big way you check exposure is skin tones. And so at a minute and 35 here, we see a guy with the white hat and you know, I guess white guy, white skin,
Yeah.
and he looks very bright. And you know, and the thing looks dark. And inside there, it looks okay. The exposure inside the world arts and that little brick alley that looks like somebody
Hogwarts
had
shit.
to have been raped in. Yeah, no.
Jesus.
Some sexual assault has happened there. I guarantee it. And so, but what's it called? If I like that looks fine in black and white right now.
But when the guy comes
But if I saw that in color. Yeah, it looks decent in black. Like I feel like I might be seeing clipping there
because it does it smooths out a lot of the imperfections when you do monochrome.
Exactly, and so but skin tone and look up. This is the reason why Arri Alexa is such a coveted camera is because look up Shane Hobart Arri Alexa overexposure. Look that video up. You could show it to your audience. And basically he's showing it next to any other digital camera. And when you overexpose by 2 stops, the skin tones in color still hold up and still look natural.
Well, that's fucking cool. What's the name again?
And so that's why that camera's so expensive. Arri Alexa.
Oh no. The person, the specific video.
Shane Hurlbutt.
Shane. Oh God, I'm dyslexic. Oh wait, no, Sean. That's. Oh God, can you spell it out for me? I'm sorry, I have dyslexia, and that like I don't even know how to spell Sean or Shane. Sheen.
Shane. I'll type it. Hold on.
Okay,
Shane Hurlbutt. Arri Alexa overexposure. Just paste that into YouTube.
Okay, thank you so much. Fuck. We'd be here for fucking 10 minutes before I got that out. I'm egregious when it comes to fucking typing anything. So overexposed by 2 stops, and the skin tones just completely hold.
Yeah, I don't. Let me see if I can see it through your stream.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's delayed because YouTube's shitty.
True. But I'm gonna start it off at like. Actually, yeah. Let's just start up from the beginning.
Time to go to. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean there'll be a display on the side saying what settings they're at, so you can just kind of say the setting and timestamp as well.
Latitude overexposure stuff.
Just kind of keep this so we can see what time we're at.
Trying to go to like 445
445
in the video.
Okay. Oh,
and so
wow, okay. Sure if, they got the side by side comparison with the Canon.
Yeah.
It's
I'm waiting for it to show up on yours so you can pause or something.
Okay.
We're behind. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, you clicked. Oh yeah, I see you going to the 445. Your mouse is making the way up. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, again, it just does that sort of weird video oversaturated clip in the skin tones.
Yeah.
Especially towards the right side of that guy's face.
Right.
Whereas an Arri,
especially.
What's that?
It's like a direct cutoff. It's literally like it looks like it's like the I don't know. If anybody notices this, it's like there's like the light just stops here, and I guarantee if you blew that up and got a closer look like that, it would just be so blocky and shitty looking.
And also, it's very ugly in her hair as well.
Yes.
Where you see she has blotches of Lego hair, and then but in the Arri Alexa, it brings it all up to the brightness. Like it's clipping. It's probably absolutely clipping, but it's just making it clip nicer.
It's just more pleasant on the eyes too.
There was a shot I had that was like that, but it was total accident. It was just me being a lazy dipshit. But it was in the NYC rant that was shot on Arri Alexa.
Oh yeah.
Where I could tell you what time it was. It was hold on, because there was one shot that I used that was overexposed, but Arri just gave it that look that I used it. I still fucking used it.
Yeah.
Hold on. He was talking about jerking off in public. Hold on, wait. Like about learning. The great thing about like doing comedy or doing jokes and also knowing how to use this expensive ass shit and having access to it is like you could just do dump, like you could make things that were never before like even thought of. Like a guy in a movie, guy in like a literal fucking movie camera talking about like jerking off in public and pawning Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like we've really created art here.
Yeah, we're the artists.
Go to 330 of the NYC rant, and that's where that overexposure is.
Do you have a link to the video, or should I? Wait.
It's on your tab.
This very video. Or wait, my tab? Oh, yeah, it's already pulled up. Sorry, at what point?
It's NYC rant.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know it autoplayed.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What's the timestamp again?
3:30.
3:30. Okay. All right. Let's listen to this.
No, that's fine. That's great. You should be able to do that in public, I think. The problem comes in when I try to jerk off to it and I get kicked off the boat. There's a lot going on in politics right now. There's all this bullshit. Obviously, Epstein didn't kill himself. He called me last week. It's been 3 years, Kamyar. When are you gonna make the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh? You're a fucking moron who lives with his parents. You think
look at
bragging on Kamyar.
I live with my parents too, but I can't even.
He's
walk.
a bitch.
I'm a bit justified, I think.
Oh yeah. Guess what his ass did? His ass went on a 12 during the lockdowns of coronavirus. His ass went on a 12-person camping trip.
No.
The funniest thing is Kamyar has an autoimmune disease, so he will definitely die from the coronavirus. Like it's not even.
Jesus Christ! No. Rip Kamyar. Jesus Christ. Fuck.
Rip Kamyar. Yeah, I guarantee you, Rip Kamyar by 2021.
I can't believe it. Oh man, I'm fucking scared. Like oh man, I mean, people fucking should be. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a fucking compromised immune system, but you're a goner at that point. Jesus Christ, like a fucking 12-person camping trip. Of course, the thing to do.
Yeah, me personally, I'm not super worried. Like, I feel like anybody who's worried about dying from it should just like, let's just stay locked indoors. Like, I just want to go to Fuddruckers because it's pickup only right now.
Yeah.
And why the fuck would you go to Fuddruckers if you couldn't use the Fixins bar that's inside the fucking restaurant? So, I haven't eaten Fuddruckers in like a good 2 months, like a really long time. So, but yeah, no, because you go to or do they not have Fuddruckers in Canada? Do you not know what I'm saying?
No, they don't, but I'm familiar. My friend Minnie lives in Portland, so she introduced me to everything American, and I introduced her to the fucking wacky world that is Canada.
Fuddruckers is good for you, I'm pretty sure. It seems pretty good.
I've never experienced it, but like, I actually, like, objectively, like, okay, like, even especially in Canada, like, we make fun of the States for like their food because it's like, oh, it's like we treat it like it's so gluttonous and everything like that. But like, you just have a way fucking better selection than us, even. Like, at the end of the day, like we can sit here and be like, it's like, oh, like fucking American eating's so fucking weird or like that, but like, you just genuinely have better restaurants than we got here overall, and like even if it's shit, at least it's variety. Like we like probably pull like one or two things that you have, and that's it.
Yeah, why do you think like there's so many food references in like every video? It's always a restaurant reference because like I have so many things to pick from to reference, so I can just keep going for ages and ages and ages. Regardless of whether they're good or not, I can still select them. So it's
one of those things that was confusing at first, but then like just through osmosis, I eventually learned about like and also spending some time in the States too, or like that. You just kind of like pick it up. I was a little sheltered.
I'm also learning what places were local. Like I'm from DC, so like Johnny Rockets and Silver Diner and shit like that. Like I would reference stuff like that. People are like, "Oh, you're from Maryland. You're from and so I'm not from Maryland. I'm from Virginia, but let's say but that makes people go wild though. Like DC isn't really a media town. Like you don't hear about filmmakers or like entertainers or anybody coming from DC.
No, I mean like
Well,
not often. Fuck. I mean like and same thing with like it's funny. Actually, I mean like you said like you meet a lot of people from Calgary, like my hometown and stuff, that are in the film industry. But this moved the fuck out. There is an industry there. But it's so minimal. Like we'd literally go like, hey guys, I mean like Revenant was shot here. It's like that's cool. Like what else? Like like that's our big claim to fame is that like Hell on Wheels, any Western that wants like where there's tax fucking breaks, people from
that's
LA
a
will
big
come-
thing with Canada.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing with the tax breaks.
That's
Canada gives you a lot of grants.
Yeah, and that's like that's half the fucking reason why anybody comes to Vancouver is literally just the fucking tax breaks, and also the for outdoor shooting is phenomenal because it's just cloudy here constantly, so you're never worried about like the like inconsistent lighting because it's just gonna be a gray fucking it's just gonna be gray clouds constantly.
Yeah, apparently somebody asked if Johnny Rockets was regional, and what's it called? Apparent the owner of Johnny Rockets is Dan Snyder, who owns the Washington Redskins, and or he owns a lot of them, and yeah, that's in DC or no? Let's see here. I don't know, California, Lake Forest, California. I don't know. It's in certain areas, like it's in California, it's in DC, but then like it won't be anywhere in the Midwest. Like it's sort of that thing.
Yeah.
Five Guys was started in Alexandria, Virginia. I used to live there.
Oh shit.
You know, like yeah, like fucking.
Even we have Five Guys.
There's a lot. What's that?
Oh, even we have Five Guys. It's fucking great though.
Yeah, no, I think that's overpriced, but that's just me.
Yeah.
It's too tiny. Like Fuddruckers has 1 pound hamburgers, literally 1 pound hamburgers.
Oh fuck, Jesus Christ.
So I order it every time. I order that every fucking time. So there's dating tips for incels I see on the screen now.
Yes.
Oh, that's at 91,000. Oh god.
Oh god. I fucking love this one. Actually, I love fucking anything that makes me. Oh my god, why the dislikes? Holy shit! Do people think that? I can imagine.
Incels. It's all incels.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why I'm surprised. I think I just like I kind of stopped myself halfway through that statement because it's fucking incels. We're not like that.
The most popular MGTOW YouTube guy, Sandman. He linked it in one of his videos. That's where it got all the dislikes from.
Oh my fucking god.
Me, actually, that's kind of funny.
That's actually great though.
I'd love to talk to Sandman. That'd be cool. Sandman, hit me up.
I thought you were gonna say like the quartering or some shit or something, but like I guess Sandman. No, but you're like I'm gonna say like again sucking your fucking toes here, but you're like your videos like fucking I get such a visceral reaction out of them. Like you make me like scream laugh when I'm fucking watching your videos. I watch a lot of comedy stuff, and it'll make me chuckle, and I'll say like it was amazing, but I wasn't like actually laughing out loud. It's one of those things. It's like yeah, damn, that was funny, but like nothing actually happened. You make me like fucking spit my drink all over my fucking monitor, you piece of shit. But no, it's good. It's good.
Well, no, it's sort of the reason why, you know, or like my audience isn't, you know, it's not this big fucking million subscriber thing. I feel like it doesn't hit as big of an audience, but when it does hit an audience, it hits it really, really hard. And, you know, so it's like again, like I have, like I'm making, put it this way, I look at my Patreon numbers, and also part of that is because the Taste Closed feature was on Patreon, so people were paying for it.
Yeah.
But I look at those numbers, and then I'll look at channels with like 300,000 million subscribers, all this stuff. They're making like half of what I'm making on Patreon. So I feel like it's just this very cult sort of thing where people are like, wow, somebody actually mentioned that in a video. Somebody actually did that. You know, it's sort of that thing, like people. And again, my thing has always been never following trends, trying to touch on something that has yet to really hit its full curve yet.
Yeah,
it's always been that.
If you're just gonna, if you're just gonna fucking follow trends all day, you're literally just like everybody else, and you're gonna fall into the mold. Like, there's nothing about you that will look different, sound different, anything. If you're just gonna say the same shit. In fact, I found even with like, and this is just like gaming video shit or like that. Like, I try to make it as transformative as possible. That it's not you don't watch my videos for the fucking video game. It's about the jokes that I'm making and how I'm riffing on it. It's just a complete breakdown of what I'm experiencing. But like,
Right.
I've noticed with me, like, I've been trying to go after what's popular. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. At least for me, because it feels unnatural. And also, why try to get a mainstream audience or like that? Having a niche dedicated audience is always fucking better. It's always better than, in my opinion.
My thing has always been looking for a trend that has its buzz, but but coming into that trend with a completely new attitude that had never been encountered before relative to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what's it called? Again, what was it? Like those voice acting videos. Like there have been tons of videos on voice acting. I'm seeing the Yu-Gi-Oh character on all the Yu-Gi-Oh. After Genocide's a real Yu-Gi-Oh card. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was seeing all this shit that was like, it was a big community. It was a big, oh hey guys, let's voice act. Oh hey guys, we like anime. Oh hey guys, we like this, we like that. Oh, we want to home record. We want to do all this, and none of them knew fucking anything. And so I made a video in 2015. I made that video, how to be an online voice actor, and it in like 2 years time, it became the most recommended video in that little, people voice acting who got into it through anime sort of circle.
Yeah.
And no one was that brash about it before. No one was just very in the mud. This is how you should do it. And so but that's the key. You find, it's not about creating your own niche, it's finding niches and bringing something to them that had never been done before. It's about like culture collision is so important for just making yourself stand out.
No, it is. Hold on, I'm gonna answer this super chat. But Shut Up Boomer says, Unknown Assassin, thank you for the $5 and telling me that, in fact, identifying me as a boomer and telling me to shut the fuck up. But I did also want to kind of mention, actually, one of your instructional videos is coming out. But actually, no, I swear, like, even though I don't have a very good mic or anything like that, but I don't do voice acting myself very often. I've done like odd auditions. Like I've done some jobs, but it was mostly just for friends. Like I don't think I was ever paid. It was just to help out. But I swear by your fucking voice acting videos, and I've shared them with like all my friends. And one of my friends, he was like Chaseface, who's like an actual voice actor. He fucking really liked it. He's like, yeah, man, it's like it's so hard for the people who are just kind of like doing it, and it's if you're trying to create a project and you're trying to get some talent and they're just like at the same level as you, that one of the worst fucking things is like the inconsistency between like voice actors because of their equipment or the way that they're handling it or anything like that. Like, and that takes people, like, audio will take people out of the project immediately. Doesn't matter if you're filming on a fucking Red. If the audio shit, it pisses people off, and it's doubly worse when you're doing like some sort of dub or like voice acting thing and it sounds like shit, or there's one guy who just sounds like shit. Also, don't get into it for the money either, please.
I guess get into it. I got into this for the fucking money. I
think money's a byproduct, but I mean, like, it's nice.
But I'd say understanding that there are no shortcuts to the money, but you have to be true to the long-term game that will lead to said money.
Yes.
I'd say it's sort of like that, where, you know, cause you have to fucking. I was seeing some fucking idiot who was like talking about, oh, piracy of all levels is good and what makes the internet great and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, pirate from a Fortune 500 company. Don't fucking pirate from me. Like I'm not making all this fucking money here. Like, yeah. You know, like a lot of people wonder, like, because I'll post just you know, oh, Arri Alexa for sale, oh, Red camera for sale. I'll post all these things, and people are wondering like where are you getting all this money from? And it's like, dude, I've been taking, like, I'll show people, oh, Sony F900, oh, Canon, oh, all this, all that. Those cameras are getting bought and sold constantly, and they go back into the pot of money. Mm-hmm. And so that enables me to get my hand on all these different little pieces of gear and so on and so forth. So, but yeah. I
wonder if I'm gonna get copyright claimed for the Cody Faxon video. Nah, because I heard about how this video got claimed because MTV thought it was theirs. Is that real?
Yeah, What?
I heard that this video that we're watching right now, the Cody Faxon one, they got claimed by fucking MTV because they literally thought it was one of their fucking episodes or some shit. Because it was so convincing.
That's true.
That's fucking hilarious. That's how you know you're a professional. When you can fucking trick a corporation into content copyright fucking striking your video. That's fucking great. This is a great video, by the way.
It's all about paying attention to detail. That's the number one thing. Actually, a fun fact for that video, there was that little monologue in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was actually, so that guy is in West Virginia, and I'm about like 5 hours away from there. So he came over for a weekend to hang out, make a video.
Mm-hmm.
Then he went back home. I realized that I forgot to record the monologue pickup. So what I had to do, this was all in one day.
Yeah.
I drove 5.5 hours to West Virginia to have him record in the back of my car with a microphone.
What?
It was literally 1 minute of audio time, and then I drove all the way back home all in one day, and I ate Golden Corral while I was there.
Holy shit. The fuck? That's some dedication. Jesus Christ. Just for a pickup. That's amazing.
No shortcuts, because, and here's the thing, like what I always, obviously it's like, oh well you could have had something. None of them had gear that was because it's West Virginia. There's no fucking media there, So I had to go back with a Neumann and an H6 recorder, and I had to do it that way because I couldn't compromise the quality with some bullshit.
Jesus Christ, that's great though. I'm glad it worked out. Fuck.
Yeah, Cody Faxon did okay. I don't know. A lot of these videos I wish got more hits for the 11 hours of driving in one day, but I also got a speeding ticket on the way back. That was fucking bullshit too. So yeah, the budget of that video went up $250.
God. Yeah, sometimes you can't fucking break even. It's just a fucking gamble.
My registration was expired when I got pulled over, but they gave me a ticket to be nice.
Oh. Well,
I could have got arrested.
Yeah, I guess that's something. Fucking hell. Yeah, there's times like have you ever had a project where like where it really just didn't bang, but like you put like 110% into it or like that, and it just didn't really kind of like really get the same sort of return you thought it would or like that? Because this happened to me. It's just like I think everybody experiences this.
Anything that doesn't get like over 50,000 hits, again, I know I'm putting far more effort into my things than like the top 1 percentile of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like YouTube isn't shooting. Like I'm just looking at all the behind the scenes gear on on Cody Faxon and all this shit. None of these guys are using 6x butterfly frames. None of these guys are using tungsten. None of these guys are rigging Kinos. None of these guys are matching. None of these guys are shooting on authentic cameras. All that was shot on Betacam. That wasn't like shot. Only part of that was shot digitally.
Yeah.
The black background interviews. That's the only part that was shot digitally.
Yeah.
And so what's it called? All this shit, and it's like like I'm putting in TV level fucking quality. I kind of want TV level viewership, but the life doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
So I mean, to answer your question, literally probably every video, like 90% of the videos that I put at work and put an effort for, none of them boom the way I want to. No. So
I think the one positive though is like if you put in the effort and your video goes like above and beyond, and people respect that. People really like that. I think the only reason why people really hang on to my stuff and like me is that when it comes to like the amount of effort put into the video, it's like stellar, and people appreciate that in the long run. And at least you'll get that. Like maybe the video didn't bang, but it's gonna be up on that fucking site forever, and people are gonna keep coming back to it and appreciating that extra level of effort. And even if it's just like it's not, you can't make money off that, but it's nice, I guess, at the end of the day.
Right. What's it called? I might have to get going here soon, but is there any final topics you'd like to touch on before we wrap it up here?
Why YouTube is such a dirty garbage site and everything sucks. No, I don't know. I can't think of a particular fucking topic apart from.
Honestly, what I think made YouTube so shitty and fucking reliant on like giant media corporations, I think it was the literacy of editing softwares that did it.
Yeah.
Because before that happened, it was, if you wanted to use like a video or something else that wasn't there, a lot of people would just record their TV.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
And it's like the black bars and all that.
Fucking
And so,
hell.
but then as capture cards and all that stuff got cheaper, and fraps, more people were start learning how to use fraps, and more people were learning how to use editing softwares and all that. That enabled it so people could always just use other things and then slide themselves in over it. Same with the dubs. Same with all that stuff. And that's why those get so many hits. It's not like the dubs are better. It's that the dubs are copyright infringement, and that's what people like. That's why they get the viewership.
Yeah, because it's an existing IP, of course.
YouTube fucking crack down on copyright for real. That would be awesome, because then it'd be an even playing field for people who know how to produce things. You wouldn't be, it wouldn't be some bullshit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Ray William Johnson ruined YouTube. I mean, like, he's partly responsible. I don't know. He's responsible for a lot of things. Legendary. Yeah, no. Also, I mean, like, now that, like, I don't know, like, obviously I'm playing your shit in the background like that, but like, before you even go, like, I do want to mention, please check out this man's channel. It's fucking stellar. It's definitely a mixed bag.
Heaven ain't hard to find.
Yeah.
Taste Close, Heaven ain't hard to find. $8 on Patreon.
Yeah. I'm gonna check it. I'm literally after the stream. I'm gonna fucking, if I don't know what tier I'm at on your Patreon, but I'm definitely gonna have to up it just so I can get a fucking sneak peek of that shit. Because I had no idea, and now I'm pissed.
Do like a reaction stream. Do whatever the hell you want, because promo is promo. Like,
if you
or like do a super cut of it. Don't just watch the whole fucking thing.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I've ever. The only time I've ever done something was like almost that. But I was like yelling at somebody else's YouTube video, so I had to show it in full. But it was like kept pausing and stuff to take a breath and be like, this fucking idiot. But I don't try to like show everything in its entirety. And that's why I rag on. I'd be a fucking huge hypocrite because I rag on like certain movie review channels and like CinemaSins. They're like, part of fair use is like, is this a replacement for the original work? And I fucking feel like it absolutely 100% is when it comes to certain reviewers, especially CinemaSins. I'm not calling a reviewer, but like CinemaSins,
yeah.
Because they're just showing you the entire fucking film from beginning to end, and it's kind of a supercut, but like, nah, man, I got every plot point. Like, you gave me the fucking like the quick version of that fucking entire movie. There's nothing left to see now. Fuck that. Fuck CinemaSins. Don't watch CinemaSins. Upload it to your channel. Yeah, I'd live react to it, and like, and yeah, I'd put up a supercut with your permission too. That's perfect. I feel more comfortable
because we need people reacting to it. We need people reviewing it. We need people just making things about it, because that's what gives projects legitimacy in this era. If someone else is talking about it. That's literally it. So I'm trying to get, I've reached out to multiple people trying to get reviews for it, because what do you see for every movie? A review, no matter how small, the movie is. And so that's the big thing, is getting organic reaction and just,
yeah. I mean,
just getting that surrounding it.
Well, even taking a look at some of my fucking Vimeo stuff. Thanks for that, actually. That's dope, and I'd rather that fucking somebody kind of comb through it and give me some actual feedback. Because like, as much as I love it that people love what I make or like that, and they give me the thumbs up, I do really appreciate that somebody tells me where they see faults and problems with it, or like what I should improve on. Because that's always gonna be way more helpful and everything like that. And I think that movie reviewers, like, I know there's that fucking, that paradox of, like, yes, they want to get bigger, so they're gonna cover, like, what's fucking popular, but I'd love to fucking see them, like, kind of fucking man up and cover, like, smaller projects, indie films, and prop more shit up. When you get, especially if you get to a certain point, when you get to a certain, like, subscriber threshold and people are really listening to you, like it's almost like your way of giving back to the community in some way. It's just like, yeah, prop up some shit. You don't even have to say something nice about it, man. It's just like, but like, look at the smaller project shit. It's interesting. I like it when a reviewer legitimately makes me find out about something that I didn't know existed before. I think that's more interesting than fucking YouTuber number 253's review of B Movie, because haha lol, it's funny meme.
B Movie is the best internet meme of all time.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right.
Seinfeld knew what he was doing. Seinfeld keeps putting out hits, man. It's fucking- 10-year, it was a 10-year sleeper hit, but he did it.
10-year sleeper hit. That shit went to cans. I am boggled. I am boggled.
It's pronounced con. They get mad at you if you say it any other way.
Oh no. Well, I wouldn't want to piss off the French.
Yeah, nah. All the French every day. They're fucking getting wiped out by Corona right now.
I know. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Well,
Or are they?
It's mostly
German
Italy.
engineering.
It's
Italy.
Italy's getting smacked. France is getting it pretty bad, but certainly not as bad as Italy. Not to pull away from them in any way. It's all bad. Christ.
Anyway, yeah. But I'll get going for now.
Okay.
You know, hit me up about the lights. Hit me up about
yeah,
the,
thank you.
the taste reaction review, whatever the hell it is.
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna up my
I guess
pledge so I can get a copy of it and everything like that, and that'd be fucking dope.
Just do it for a month and then put it back down. Delete it, you know, whatever. Like I because a lot of people are reluctant to do the $8 on Patreon because it's a monthly thing. I'm like, dude, cancel it after a month. It's like paying for a movie ticket. It's literally the same thing.
It's true. Like I know that like a lot of people treat Patreon like it's a set it and forget it thing, and even I kind of do. But like if you are strapped for cash, like, and you were donating something like $10, $20 or $8 or whatever it is, it's like it's totally cool to go down to like $1, and like there's nothing wrong with deleting your donation amount, but like yeah, man, it's like it doesn't have to be a set it and forget it thing. And I've done that. I've constantly worked it around and changed my donation amount like all over the fucking place just to get certain perks at certain times. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the platform here.
Thank you for
see you when
coming
I
on.
see you.
Okay, yeah, take care and have a good day. All right.
No problem.
All right, that was dope. Check out Soul Brother, Brother number 3, or SBN3. He's a mad lad. He's quite the little Chad, and I don't know. His fucking content is dope. It's an incredible mixed bag. Like it's not gonna be consistently one type of like content, but it's consistently fucking funny, which is the one thing I like about it. I'm probably gonna end the stream though, because I'd like to cap it off. And I don't want to continue. I'm probably going to switch over to Twitch to continue with some editing on my some of my videos or like that. And I can't really technically do that here on YouTube because it's just going to get copyright claimed to shit. That's why I'm playing vaporwave music as well. But thank you for coming out, guys. Thank you for sitting through for this. This was awesome. I'd like to do more shit like this more often. And yeah, that's it in the meantime. Take care, and I'll see you guys over on Twitch. And now I'll awkwardly leave.